Hi, every Venerables. Today is the first time I talk about my English. This chair the same every chair, but I feel not uncomfortable. And today I would like to ask you one question. What is the purpose of life? We only have about 60, 70, or 80 years to live in this planet. Maximum is maybe 100 years. If we can do something good for our family, our community, our society, our planet, or all sentient beings, that give life meaning. However, to attain the benefit for the mass, that should lay the foundation on personal virtuousness. For me, that is 5 basic precepts and reduce selfness. You may say Buddhism is a system of moral doctrine because the Buddha always emphasized the moral aspect the human life. In Buddhism, there is the whole system of precepts that lead us to live virtue. This system does not take a form of commands. It does not promise reward or threaten punishment. Morality and the Buddhism precepts are based totally on one's own free will, not on some pleasant promise or some birth from the Buddha or from some divinity. There are 5 basic precepts in the Buddha's life: not to kill, but to cherish and protect on life; not to take what is not given, but to respect the things of others; not to engage in improper sexual conduct, but to practice purity of mind and self-restraint; not to lie or use injurious speech, but to carefully speak the truth with love, kindness, and compassion; not to use substances such as alcohol or the drugs, which confuse or weaken the mind, but to keep mind clear and wisdom. This precept leads us to wholesomeness. Realizing the nobleness of precepts, we strive for unyielding commitments to live by them. Let's look at the world and the social we are now living in. Either one is a Buddhist or non-Buddhist. One can clearly see that everywhere is confronting the many tragedies that greet by mankind. To live the life that embraces the 5 precepts is our solution to the eradication of all the misfortunes that shatter human life and society. In my experience, when I came here, couple first weeks, I just watched this to finish and begin for afternoon offering service on time. That's it. However, once a day, I recognize washing is a happy job. The first thing with this shop, get rid of dusty food. I named it clean basically. The second thing, with hot water, we can see spots and clean more. I call this clean detail. And the third thing, with deep bleach water, make this stainless. I name this clean perfectly. In the same meaning, I think the first thing lies the precepts. The second thing is the same, the concentration. And the third thing is not different from wisdom. And likewise, I enjoy to clean myself and another by precepts. Moreover, it's important that our hearts and minds be free from personal agendas based on greed and arrogance. Anyway, I go to forest and cut short the dead branch tree. I thought that's my ego the same, and I need to cut it. I even burn it like I burn the rotten wood. Most of the time, I don't fully understand English. However, an atmosphere is created from on the goodwill we generate. Every morning, I put in my heart into meditation, chanting, prostrating, keeping precepts does have an effect, subconsciously or consciously. I always had Buddha in me. Some people ask me, why are you strong? I'm not strong. I'm strong because the precepts, like the Buddha, always in me. In reality, it's not important how people perceive Buddhism as a religion, a philosophy, or a doctrine of morality, or all of the above. It does not matter how it's viewed. Buddhism is simply the way of life. The important thing is not to talk about it, but to practice it, to live it, in order to transform life from ignorance to enlightenment, from suffering to wholesomeness and happiness. The days and nights are passes. How are you spending your time? That's the last question I ask you again. Thank you.